What is going on? I'm Joey Schneider. That's Dean Samples, also known as Dino Spumoni. And this is episode 10, I believe. Episode number 10 of the Press Start Pod.
I think that's right.
I think so. That's what I got in my notes.
I am Ron Burgundy. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Doing well. How are you doing?
Good. We took last week off. There really wasn't much to talk about. Joey, I know you said you're feeling a little under the weather. I had a bunch going on, but I hope you're feeling better. It sounds like you're doing better.
Feeling a million times better. Not a whole lot of news.
No, but we are less than 3 weeks away from NCAA.
We are far less than that. We are actually 2 weeks exactly.
If you did the deluxe and get the
did you get the deluxe edition?
No, I'll wait 3 days. I'm not paying $40 or whatever it is. Just to
what a straight up asshole. I spent $40 to play 3 days early. I've been waiting 10 years. I ain't waiting another 3 days.
I can wait the 3 days. I almost did. I was like, do I want to? I'm like, nah, I'll wait.
EA knew what they were doing.
It will make it that much sweeter to see all the videos of people playing it 3 days early. I'm going to hear it from you.
No, that's not going to make a statement.
I can't wait. Let's go.
You're going to be pissed off because I'm playing and telling you how awesome it is. You're going to be like, oh, I want to play it. And then
I will.
I'm going to text you in like the first hour. You're going to cave, and then you're going to buy it and then start playing it. I don't want to hear your bullshit.
Can I do a digital deluxe upgrade on PlayStation Store? Because I'll do it right now.
I think you could do a refund and just rebuy it.
No, I ain't doing that. That's whack.
Well,
someone's going to take 14 weeks to refund me money.
Should have been smart the first time. But before we get into NCAA, which we are very excited to play, we're going to talk a little bit about a game that I am very high on right now, and I can't wait to play it, and that is Marvel Rivals. The beta comes out on July 23rd, and that goes until August 5th. Honestly, it's one of my most anticipated games right now. Obviously, outside of NCAA. It's if you haven't seen any videos on it, it is basically an Overwatch clone. I shouldn't say it's an Overwatch clone. It's got its differences, but it's very similar to Overwatch with featuring Marvel characters, and they're doing Marvel right by having obscure characters, well-known characters. They're kind of going all over the place. I know that for the upcoming beta, they've already had a closed alpha that was in April. That was PC only. The new one is going to be PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series systems. So everyone, hopefully as many people will get in as possible. There is no release date on it. What's that?
I hope both of us get the beta.
Well, I believe so. I think if you get in, you get another code or two to give to your friends. So hopefully one of us gets in. As long as one of us gets in, I think we both will be able to play it.
Maybe we could stream.
That would be a very good idea.
You guys want us to stream it? If we get it, we'll get it. We'll do it.
Yeah, we'll stream it.
What you playing this week?
Honestly, I played the WWE. That was about it. I didn't really have too much time. They had some really good challenges though in WWE for my faction. Some crazy stuff, but I got it done. I played a little bit of Helldivers too, maybe one or two matches, and that was about it. Collected my collected the medals for challenges that I didn't beat, and waiting for a new either update or Warbound pack or something. What about you?
I started Wulong Fallen Dynasty.
Okay. And
I like it. First boss is pissing me off. I'm trying to get through him right now. His first stage, piece of cake, beat him without even getting hit. And then he morphed into some crazy dude, and he's beat me 14 times. I'm just I rage quitted probably 3 of those times. And that's where I'm still at. Eventually I'm going to figure it out. I'm feeling like I have to stay as far away from him as possible and just wait for my opportunities to hit. Um, I'm liking it though. It's Souls-like in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying it. It's pretty cool. It's different. What else did I say? What else did I start playing? A guy from work conned me into getting Galactic Rock.
Oh, Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah, Deep Rock Galactic.
You know, my best friend Jay likes he's been trying to get me to play Deep Rock Galactic forever, and I didn't.
Well, it's not bad.
No, it's a good game.
I can see it being fun if you got people to play with. I can see it being fun.
Yeah,
if you get a good group of people.
I'm gonna have to jump back in the multiverses because I know Agent Smith is gonna be in the game. I think who did they just? The rumors that Scorpion from Mortal Kombat is making his way to the game.
That'd be sweet.
Well, yeah, considering I think Multiverses is a better fighting game than Mortal Kombat 1 is.
I see it's already on sale for like $27. I'm like, damn.
You know, I loved Mortal Kombat X and I liked 11. I loved Injustice 2. Not feeling Mortal Kombat 1. I'm really hoping that Injustice 3 is the next game coming from NetherRealm, and they I don't know, make it. I don't want to say it's hot garbage, but I just didn't enjoy it. Actually, I did re-download Street Fighter 6 again. Haven't jumped into it. I'm jumping back into it because the new DLC characters are coming, and they've already started. And M. Bison is number one, and M. Bison has always been. He's been one of my dudes. He's been in my rotation for many games.
Him and Blanca have always been my guys.
Blanca's cool. Blanca's cool in 6 as well.
I did start playing Skull.
Okay.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm liking it. I'm loving
it. After that, you gotta go Hollow Knight.
I got them both downloaded. Yeah, I'm gonna go for one. I'm not gonna bounce back and forth. Otherwise, I just won't finish either one.
I'm, and this is one of the funny things. Is like I feel like I've been going back and playing stuff because there just hasn't been. I mean, you've talked about this almost every episode. How that there's just not a lot of stuff now. We got hit pretty good in the beginning of the year with a lot of really good games, and then pretty much we have I mean, there's some good games, but like when you're talking about like things that at least I think I'm going to play a ton outside of NCAA and maybe Black Ops 6. I'm hoping Black Ops 6 is going to be good. I got to see more about it. I know that they're going to have the Call of Duty Next, which is going to show off multiplayer and zombies. That's going to be at the end of August. So I'm hoping there's really nothing. I'm kind of basically NCAA. So that's why I'm really excited for Marvel Rivals. Even though there's no release date on it yet, I'm hoping that the beta is extremely successful and maybe the game will launch like a late November release date. Because I think that'd be the perfect time for it. You don't want to put. It's really hard to start thinking about putting stuff in the next year with how many freaking games are coming out in 2025. I feel like this is like the perfect time to launch a game like Marvel Rivals would be mid to late November. You kind of have your own
a few months under your belt.
Yeah, you have
updates.
You have
your fan base going before like GTA 6 and all that shit happened.
Well, GTA 6 is going to be. I fully expect it to be later in 2025. I wouldn't even be surprised to see GTA 6 maybe even get delayed to 2026. Yeah. I don't want to be. Every Rockstar game has been delayed. They always do delays. But you know what? It's Rockstar. That is quality.
And they deliver.
And then you know that they deliver. So if they delay it, I know it's for a good reason.
Right. You're right. No, but you're right, though. There really hasn't been much. I mean, I've been catching myself going back and playing some games in the backlog that I've downloaded or grabbed and just haven't downloaded yet, or games that I started and couldn't finish because there really hasn't been much. And two, like there's a few that have caught my eye, but my eyes are so set on NCAA that I don't want to put my attention to anything else that's newer. So I'm like, all right, let me go back and maybe get back into something to kill my time until NCAA. Because when NCAA drops, probably that first week, 2 weeks, that's all I'm playing.
Oh yeah, I mean the podcast is gonna be hard to do because we're just gonna be thinking about playing the game while we're doing it.
We can just stream while we play and just talk. We can talk about everything else. We can play against each other.
But I think that's the reason that I'm looking forward to a game like Marvel Rivals and praying that it's going to be later in the years because I have been going back and playing a lot of stuff, and I know NCAA is a game I'll be playing NCAA through the winter time. It's not. I mean, that's a game I'm going to play for a full year. But I like to have something else or one or two things on the horizon to look forward to that are relatively close and not far away like a GTA 6 or one of a million of the games coming out in 2025.
Yeah.
So I do know that in the beta, I believe the two new characters are Venom and Adam Warlock, and there's a tease that Psylocke is going to potentially be. Yeah, I mean, Psylocke.
I dig that. I like that.
I like Adam Warlock, Venom. I mean, I don't remember every character from the because I'm trying to play, but I know like you had Iron Man and Doctor Strange. I think Luna Snow. I think she was Magic. And it's just Spider-Man and
I know, but this is like a perfect game where they can like kind of like
the Guardians.
They can like solidify themselves, kind of like a base game like Fortnite, and just constantly do updates, have seasons, introduce more characters in the Marvel universe that don't normally get love. And I think this is, if it's done right, I think this could be probably one of the best Marvel games aside from like Spider-Man and all that stuff,
right?
In a long time. Midnight Suns was okay.
I like Midnight Suns, but that's not the type. It's not the type of game for everyone.
No,
but I mean, Overwatch isn't really it's not really an everyone game either, or that style of game 6v6.
It's still a really popular game.
But it's extremely popular, and I think if you're bringing Marvel characters into it, you're going to get a bigger audience because of it. People want to play as Doctor Strange and Iron Man and Spider-Man and the Guardians of the Galaxy, and then the more obscure characters like Magic and Luna Snow, and I'm trying to think who. I think Hela. I know Hela's in it. The Hela was a badass from Thor Ragnarok.
Oh my god! Did you see James' comment?
Let's see, James, we love you. If there was only an episode where there was TurboGrafx 16 talk, we would, James. But I don't know. I don't know what's a TurboGrafx 16.
Yeah,
I'll play it. I'll play it, James. We love you, buddy. But getting into the game that we have been waiting a decade for, as many people have. And I hope Kevin Sleds is watching, our owner, because he's getting a PS5 specifically to play this one game.
That I canceled my Xbox pre-order and just bought the digital version of PlayStation just because I heard that. Where everyone's gonna be playing it.
You bought the digital. You bought digital, not the digital deluxe though.
I bought the digital standard edition for PlayStation.
Oh, okay. So you still suck, but okay. But you're playing on PlayStation. Okay.
I am half tempted to pre-order the Xbox one, or at least one of them, to get the Steelbook from Walmart. There's a Steelbook edition from Walmart, and I kind of want to do it.
We were going to talk collector's editions today. You keep talking about all these Steelbooks, but I would say a Steelbook is kind of collector's edition.
See, when I see Steelbook, when I think of collector's edition, you get like fucking statue and all this extra shit.
Most of them come with Steelbooks too, but you're right. They come with
like certain places you'll order the standard edition. Like GameStop will only have the Steelbook, and you'll pay just normal price. It's nothing any extra. You just get, it just depends on where you pre-order from to get it. In the collector's edition, you get all these extras, and like the God of War Ragnarok, where it comes with the hammer, bro.
That was dope.
That's probably my. If I was to buy one, that'd be my.
You know what? I think me and you talked. My favorite collector's edition ever was the Batman Arkham Knight. That was my favorite collector's edition. Perfectly priced, $100, big, huge Batman standing over Gotham. You could take one of the
That's sweet.
buildings. You could
We did
take one
talk
of the,
about that, and I looked
yeah,
at it after we got off the air, and I was like, "Yep,
yeah.
that's cool." I'm
You
a
could
big
take
Batman guy. That's dope. I
you
would
could take
probably bought it.
one of the buildings in the back off, and there's a button. You pressed it, and it lit up Gotham. It was awesome.
That's dope.
And it came with a comic. It was like the first issue of the comic or issue 0, and a steel book and a game, and it was $100. That was a good price point for all of that because that statue was huge too.
I
That
did
statue was
almost,
like 16 inches or something.
really. That's actually pretty big.
It's maybe not 16. Maybe it was like I don't know. It was around there. It was definitely a foot, if not
So
taller.
I may have a collector's edition. I don't know. I went to GameStop and I got Tiny Tina's Wonderland. And at the time, they're like, "Oh, it was like $17 for a used copy." And they're like, if you buy this, you get this treasure chest, treasure trove, they called it. And they gave me this big cardboard treasure box full of like goodies from the game. It came from a special edition. I don't know what it was. It might have been GameStop exclusive.
Maybe
They gave it to me for free for buying the
Yeah.
used copy of the game for $17. I'm like, sweet.
maybe someone traded in the collector's edition, and I don't think GameStop takes the whole like collector's edition. They just take
It
the
was still
game.
sealed.
So
It was never open or nothing.
no, it's crazy.
Yeah,
That's a hell of a deal. Then I really like that game. I beat the crap out of it.
I do too. I like it too.
But getting back to NC Dubs, we got into this because a new trailer released today talking about Dynasty mode, which I think is what most of us are going to be playing outside of online. Dynasty mode is back. It is bigger, beefier, just everything that I wanted to see in Dynasty mode, you can do. I mean, you can start as a coordinator and work your way up to school. You can just start as the head coach, pick the school you want, recruiting classes. They got the transfer portal. I mean, it's crazy. You could see, recruits from, I think it's 2-star or 0-star to 2-star to 5-star. So, I think it starts at 2-star. And you can physically see how the player, like a 5-star athlete, looks totally different than a 2-star athlete. You can realign the conferences. You can move your school to other. As you get better, you can move it to a better conference. I mean, there's like a coaching skill tree where as like you get better through the games, you pick skills almost like an RPG and like create your perfect coach. I mean, it's crazy.
So good. It's so good.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing they didn't show, which is odd to me, and I hope that they do, is they remember like they had the prestige. They had the school prestige in the last NCAA.
Yeah.
So it'd be like a 1-star, and I think went up to a 6-star. I didn't see that. I want to see the school prestige because I want to, because me and you, we are going to be streaming because we have the I'm gonna be Kent State. You're going to be Akron.
Yeah, man.
We're going to see how long it takes each of us to get to a 6-star prestige. That's going to be good.
We can do online dynasties, right? Like everyone.
They did not show if there was an online dynasty. I have to assume there's something.
So no, like in Madden, you can do like an online league where people pick them up. Well, we can get a believable thing going. Have Kevin Sledge pick a team. Pick a school.
Then I can't be Kent State. Then Kevin would want Kent State. I'll tell you what.
You called it first.
No, it's okay. I'll just take Ohio State. I mean.
Fuck that.
No, I would take
BGSU.
No, I would probably go Toledo or Miami.
That'd be a good one.
Or OU. Could go OU.
I was gonna say or OU.
Yeah, probably Toledo or OU. That'd probably be who I'd go with. But I mean, it blows. This is a thing that I really hope EA does, and EA seems to be doing, is the fact that this is a game most sports fans, especially football fans, and Madden, outside of they have FIFA, which is obviously their number one, their number one sports game because soccer, or as everyone else in the world calls it, football, is the number one is the number one sport in the world. Obviously, in the U.S. for us, it's football. It's our football. It's North football or football Norte Americano.
Which
it is.
Well, I forget what tournament it is. I don't know if it's high school kids or what. Team USA is getting rocked. They lost to Japan. They lost to Australia. What the fuck?
Australia's got rugby.
That's true, but
you put pads on those guys, and it's basically like fighting tanks. You know what? I think that, okay, here's the thing. I don't want to get too deep into this conversation, but if you put the best football players that we have in the US onto one team, we would beat everyone like 1,000-0. But I don't know. I think we're playing
if you have like Myles Garrett and TJ Watt lined up next to each other on the line.
Yeah. No one's stop. I don't care how big a rugby star you're not. Myles Garrett's a goddamn superhero.
God, that's something that for the land show that we need to talk about. Come on. We'll all do like we'll pick a player from each position and create the ultimate U.S. men's football team. U.S. men's national football team.
Oh man. That Myles Garrett is and here's a funny thing. Myles Garrett is, honest to God, he's borderline a superhero. He could. You see Myles Garrett and you don't realize that a human being is. I've seen guys that are 7 feet tall. He's a different animal. He's a freak. He's a freak of nature. He's a freak of nature. And then you watch him play basketball, and he's just throwing down like massive, vicious dunks. Like it's
doing box jumps in the gym.
Yeah,
you shouldn't be that big to jump that high.
He might be able to fly. We just don't know. He might just be able to fly, and we don't know. Like I said, borderline.
Probably like Hancock.
Borderline superhero.
It's like Will Smith and Hancock just undercover. Not an alcoholic.
I was thinking about this the other day. If you had a they were doing I saw something on it, and then it was like they were making superheroes out of different players. So I was trying to think of like the faces of AFC North. It would be like, I think Burrow for Cincy, Lamar for Baltimore, TJ Watt for Pittsburgh, and Myles Garrett for.
Be Myles or Chubb. There's a Batman.
I'd probably say Myles, but I was just thinking it would be.
Literally Chubb, just because they already call him Batman. That's the only reason why I said that.
You know what? I don't. Yeah, I don't want to. I think Burrow would be a Homelander. just the, but without the superpowers.
You see the boys commercial with Cody Rhodes?
Oh, I did not.
He's turned around. He's got the cape. They got similar capes, and I didn't even think about it.
His whole outfit is like based on Homelander.
I know, and I was like, oh my god, I never put two and two together until I watched it. And he turns around, he's like, so Homelander, what do you want to talk about? And then his eyes turn around. I'm like, that's dope. And it says the boys. Start watching now. I'm like, that's cool. That's cool. It was kind of weird seeing a WWE thing for a Prime show. It's probably Peacock allowed that, but
yeah. Well, consider they're going to Netflix.
Right. Like, what the fuck? It was cool though.
Yeah, but so getting back on track here, we've been waiting 10 years for this game.
We veered off the road like 3 times already.
It happens.
It's like Michael Scott's fucking GPS. Turn right. And it goes right into a fucking
right. You're doing it again, Dean. Jesus. I think that with NCAA, with NCAA football 25, I think EA has a grasp on how big college football is for us.
It feels like it's tailored for the players, like for the fans. It feels so good.
That's the best way to put it. It feels like they're tailoring it for the fans, for those of us who've been waiting so long to play this game. And
for once, EA is showing that they give a fuck about us, because we've been bitching about the same shit about Madden for the past 10 years, and they just still.
Well, this is
just turd real quick and put a new cover photo on there. Here, it's a brand new game. Start playing. It's the same shit.
It's
damn it, they got me again.
Madden's like the only game where it feels like it gets worse. I mean, like FIFA gets better and like NHL gets better, but Madden somehow keeps getting worse. Oh, I'll give a NBA 2K. 2K's gotten worse the last couple of years too. But.
Yeah, it's just that underground shit.
But
what do they call it? Blacktop. I hate that shit.
The court or something like that.
Yeah, or whatever it is.
I play it. I just can't remember the name of it. But yeah, you hit the nail on the head. It feels like it's a game tailored to those of us who have been waiting for 10 years to play this game. And I'm very excited for it. And I know you are, and I know so many people who are. And when it comes out in 2 weeks, for those of us who spent the $40 because we're idiots, and those of you who are going to play it on the 19th because you wanted to save some money because you're smarter, it's going to be this just amazing feeling, this culmination of 10 years of EA finally getting it done, finally giving us a brand new NCAA football. And I love that we get to talk about it. We're probably going to talk about it a little more next week, not as much because unless they show off another video, we'll talk. But I was very impressed with that, with what they showed with Dynasty Mode. It was everything that I hoped it would be and more. Everything that they have shown so far has just been wildly impressive. And I think that it's probably going to be the best football game
I'm not even
that we get in a while.
All the videos and the trailers they've released and all that, like, there's really not much of anything that I haven't. That's made me be like, I don't agree with that, or I don't know how I feel about that. Like, everything has been like, wow, and it just hyped up my meter, man. I'm just ready. The more content they drop on this, it just makes me more ready to sit in my room and not talk to anybody in my house.
Just talking whoever you're kicking the shit out of on NCAA.
Yeah.
Let us know, those of you who are watching, what is your hype level for NCAA football 25? Because it is just off the charts for me. Like I said, 10 years we've been waiting for this game, and 10. I cannot wait for NCAA football. 2 more weeks, and it is here, and man, are we stoked. But moving on, let us know in the comments. We will put your hype level. But moving on real quick, I was thinking about this the other day, and I thought it would be a good topic for us, which is there's so many movies that are coming out that are based on video games, or have tried to base them on video games.
That's true.
Mario was very successful. And I think more companies now are willing to take risks on video games.
The Last of Us is a show. Fallout is a show.
I believe I think they're starting Uncharted 2. Doing another, yeah. So they're
Mortal Kombat 2 is about to be dropping soon.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 2. Although I hated 1.
Yeah, I mean it had some cool parts, but I was like,
Mortal Kombat 95 will forever be the greatest movie. It was so terrible in the best way.
The theme song.
Oh, I think I had that as like my ringtone at one time, like 10 years ago.
It was like a Tecmo remix of the theme. It was dope.
It was back when like answer tones were like super popular.
You can't forget the original Mario Brothers movie though.
That was with John Leguizamo.
Yeah, man.
Was he in that? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it wasn't.
He was Luigi. He was Luigi.
Was he? Okay, yeah. Can you believe that dude's like 62 years old? He looks like he's like 30.
Aged a bit.
No, he hasn't aged in like 40 years. It's crazy.
He's like
But I
Paul Rudd.
Oh, you didn't hear Deadpool?
I know. He's like, oh wow, look, Paul Rudd finally aged.
Oh, I can't wait for that movie. I cannot wait. We should make a game based on that. Oh my god, that'd be insane. Well, you never know. We got the Wolverine game coming out next year, hopefully.
Yeah,
But
they better have a Deadpool cameo.
But I was thinking,
what are you doing? Sorry,
but I was thinking, what has been the best video game based on a movie?
Ooh.
And I know I have my answer. I think I have the answer.
Before I give you my answer, I seen a video game trailer for A Quiet Place, and it looks pretty sweet. That movie's that's a dope movie.
It's not too bad. So we do our top fives, and we are doing our top fives today. We're doing moving on to the original Xbox. We're very excited to be doing that here in a few minutes. But I wanted to know, what is your you can only pick one best video game based off of a movie. I think there's really only one answer here.
I'm going with Mad Max from PlayStation.
Wow, you completely just forgot. You forgot.
What?
Dun 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 dun.
Oh no!
GoldenEye 64.
Son of a bitch.
That to me is the best.
Literally my ringtone. It's literally my ringtone.
And you went Mad Max for PlayStation. I just want to that was not only was that like the best game, especially 4-player couch co-op with your friends, everyone.
It's literally my ringtone.
But you had not only was it the best shooter, I mean, so much stuff to do in the game, great everything, but that ringtone you just played, the music, it was like the hardest hitting pause menu music of all time
ever. I remember to this day, the first time I've heard that, and I paused it to go get some food because my mom was calling me, and I stopped dead in my tracks. I'm like, okay. I came back with my plate of pizza rolls. I'm like, just jamming out to it, dude. The watch is up. I'm sitting there just eating
your hot pocket, eating your hot pocket, jamming out.
This just slaps.
The pause music to GoldenEye.
I fell in love, and it's been in my head, embedded in my head forever. God, how did
I love that that's your ringtone, and you picked Mad Max. I can name 4 other games better than Mad Max.
Do it.
Right now?
Right now. Gun to the head. Calling your bluff.
Chronicles of Riddick.
Oh, that's in my top 5 for Xbox games.
Yeah, that one was awesome. That almost made my that almost made my original Xbox. I mean, it was that good.
It's on my original Xbox list.
No, we'll have to see.
Number 5, actually. Spoiler alert.
Oh God, hang on. Why am I just had a massive one that's That's what she said. Why am I drawing a blank now? What was the game? Yeah, I'm drawing a blank, but it was a very good video game based on a movie. You called. You got me. I couldn't think of 4 off the top of my head. I wish I could though. Oh my God! Why is it gonna bother me? All right, you know what? I'm going to go to the phone. I'm going to the phone to find it because it's bothering me. It was
Alien Isolation is a good one.
Oh my god, this is gonna bother me. What was? Oh god.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre game that came out recently was good.
Why is it? Why is this?
The
I don't know
Friday
why.
game was good.
It wasn't Friday the 13th. It was.
Well,
Oh.
you can't really. I don't know if you can really count Dead by Daylight, even though they have all these horror characters. It's not based off it.
No, it's like I don't count like the Batman games because it's technically not based on Batman. Oh, Aladdin. Aladdin was a
Lion
good one.
King, Jungle Book,
Aladdin, and Lion King. Those were really good.
Scarface. The World Is Yours.
It was okay. I'm not
No,
gonna. I wouldn't say it was good.
It was cool.
Oh, I remember what it was now. I didn't even find it. Hogwarts Legacy. That based on Harry Potter. That was phenomenal.
A very good game that is like kind of old school, kind of like
The Lord of the Rings.
Dragon was Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Oh, Scott. Yeah, but that was that was
the movie.
I thought that was based off of the novel, the graphic novel.
Well, I mean, it came out after.
They both. The Lord of the Rings games were good. Those were really good.
That was based off a novel too, though.
The Warriors.
Yeah. Can we get a remaster of that? Was that Rockstar?
What?
It was Rockstar.
Yeah.
Rockstar made the Warriors.
Yeah.
He wants to remaster that game. That game was sweet.
All of the good Star Wars games. Yeah.
I've told you I've never watched the Star Wars, the Star Trek, Harry Potter, or Lord of the Rings movie in my life.
Are you gonna say Leisure Suit Larry there?
Leisure Suit Larry.
That would be like a raunchy '90s film if that was ever.
I threw a tantrum in Blockbuster, or it might have been Family Video, to have my mom let me rent that video game. She was not having it, but she caved. I won. Dean won. Man. Mom 0.
That's why. Your mom was wondering why you had no more socks left at the end of the week.
Oh no, what happened, Mom?
All right, that's gonna lead into our top five original Xbox games of all time. As you guys know, we start at honorable mention and go from 5 down to 1. I believe I started last week, Dean, so it is your turn to start this week.
Honorable mention, Fusion Frenzy.
It's a good one. It's a solid
love that game.
Honorable mention. I like it a lot.
I have it on my Xbox right now.
That's good. Great.
It's on Game Pass.
Great party game.
Absolutely.
My honorable mention is Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind.
That's a good one.
It's a phenomenal game.
As I said earlier, my number 5 was Chronicles of Riddick.
Chronicles of Riddick. Was that was Butcher's Bay, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
It was.
My number 5 is Jade Empire.
Ooh.
Made by BioWare. Was absolutely phenomenal. Had that Chinese lore into it, different character classes, great RPG. Loved it. And actually, I think every single one of my games was an Xbox exclusive.
Really?
I went straight Xbox on this.
So I respect that.
Because we've said Grand Theft Auto so many times.
Yeah,
people know. People know. People know.
Andreas was on there.
Yeah, people know Grand Theft Auto is gonna be somewhere there. So I had to go with other stuff.
My number 4 is Jet Set Radio Future.
That's a good one. Phenomenal game. Was gonna put that as my honorable mention. Decided to go with Elder Scrolls just because it was.
Elder Scrolls is good, dude.
Yeah,
you can't go wrong with it.
I had a lot of hours in Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
My number 4 original Xbox game of all time, Fable.
I had a feeling I was going to be in your top 5.
Fable had to be there. Fable was great.
I have not played a Fable ever. I've watched people play it, but I personally haven't played it.
That doesn't surprise me.
It looked really good, but
I'm if you want to color me shocked, I'm not. I know you're not a huge RPG fan. It's not. So I hope. I hope that.
You're right.
I hope the coaching system isn't too hard in NCAA, or else you'll get lost.
Oh. What are we on 3?
Number 3,
Crimson Skies.
Wow, Crimson Skies. Yeah, that was good. I couldn't put it in my top. Wouldn't be in my top. My top 5 honorable mentions.
I enjoyed it.
It was a good game.
Every once in a while, I like some good old war playing games.
Oh yeah.
What's the newer one? Was it Ace Combat? 7?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Ace Combat. It's I
enjoyed that one.
Crimson Skies was like
that when Top Gun came out, the new one. Because I had a Top Gun Maverick pack. I was like, ooh, and then I had the actual game on sale with it. I'm like, I'm buying it, and I had fun with it, dude. And that was actually the first flying game that I've played since that.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
It was
a phenomenal game. My number 3, and my 1, 2, and 3 can really be in any order, but I'm gonna stick to my. I was gonna change it up. I'm gonna stick to my guns here. My number 3 is Ninja Gaiden Black.
I love Ninja Gaiden.
It was
the original for regular Nintendo.
I loved the original Nintendo ones, and then when they came out with it on Xbox, I was so excited. But I didn't know what to expect. And then it was Ryu Hayabusa, and you were just, I mean, so many just amazing things on the Xbox, and the fact that they got that as an exclusive, and that was like a huge Japanese company making a Japanese game, but for an American system. And I thoroughly enjoyed Ninja Gaiden 2 on the 360 as well, but I wouldn't put that in my top. You won't see that in my top. You might see my top for Xbox 360. Who knows? Probably not though.
Yeah.
But my number 3, Ninja Gaiden Black, was actually just phenomenal.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. The game Black itself was a good one.
That was cool.
That almost made my honorable mention.
Yeah, that was an EA game.
Yeah. My number 2 is Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Wow. I bet you I could guess your number 1.
What?
I'll let you know in a minute. That's a good game. I believe they're making a remaster of that.
That's what I've heard. I hope so.
Very excited. Gonna hopefully be dope. My number 2 is one of the greatest video games of all time. Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic.
Never played it.
I know. It's an RPG. I didn't expect you would. It's literally, it is legitimately considered one of the greatest RPGs in the history of all video games. And
what do you want from me?
I just like giving you shit about not playing RPGs because they're so. You play RPGs. You play like Souls-likes. Those are RPGs, obviously. Yeah. But KOTOR is one of the greatest games of all time. Will always be one of the greatest games of all time. I hope to God that Sony is still somehow making the remake of it. I don't know if
I didn't even hear that they were doing that.
Oh yeah, it was in there was in that massive showcase he did a few years back, and people lost their just freaking minds. And but they gave it to the one company, and they had some issues, and now that no one's talked about it, so we have no idea if it's still being made or not. But we will see here. We will see here soon.
What do you think my number 1 is?
I think your number 1 is either my number 1, or you're gonna pick a game that you have picked previously. Because there is one game of a franchise that you love that is like synonymous with Xbox.
I know.
So I think your number 1 is going to be Splinter Cell Chaos Theory.
It was, but I'm going with Halo. Halo 1.
And that is also my number 1 as well.
It changed the game, dude. It changed the game for what we know today. Like when Halo 1 came out, there wasn't nothing like it. Man, I remember just having 3-4 buddies come over. We'd bring all our Xbox over. We'd just drag TVs in the room, have our little LAN parties, and just mom orders pizzas, and we would just party out, dude. It was good times. We had some lot of trash talk, a lot of good memories made.
Oh yeah, I was.
Don't no, but nothing about no LAN parties, man.
Oh God. I wish kids today could do what we did because it was the best. It was the best. It's not coming back, but it was the absolute best.
It was.
But
do I miss driving a heavy ass 32-inch tube TV?
Absolutely. So you bought?
No, I don't. My back didn't appreciate it, but when I did it and hooked everything up, it was worth it. Damn it.
Then you should have went to the store and bought a $5 wagon. Didn't think about that, did you, Dean?
No, I didn't, Joey.
Oh man, you know what?
If I can go back in time and tell my younger self something, go buy a $5 wagon and stop dragging that damn TV.
Or just get a pair of Jinko jeans and put it in the back pocket.
Oh, I had them, baby. The kangaroos.
So
did
I.
Yeah.
I didn't have the kangaroos.
I had the taxis.
Are you talking about the ones where it was? I mean, the bottoms were massive.
Yeah, and they had the taxi like checker thing going down the side. The kangaroo. I put my whole book, my school books, in my back pocket and walked down the hallway.
The taxis weren't as big at the bottom. The taxis just had those deep ass pockets. I had those.
Do yourself a favor if you want a laugh. Go on eBay and look up Jinko jeans and see how much those are going for.
Is it some stupid amount?
Like $200-$300 a piece.
Oh, I bet. Because I mean, Jinko jeans is like 90s, and 90s was the best.
It's 90s, wild that 90s clothing is like
90s, early 2000s. Well, I mean, everything good comes back a couple of times.
And the 90s was the best.
90s, early 2000s was the absolute bomb.
The music, the movies, the video games, the cartoons, everything.
Nothing will beat the
snacks. There's nothing.
Yep. We talked about this last week.
I'll die on that hill. I was bringing up every week.
Oh, I'll die on that. Yeah. Me and you be buried on the same hill, too.
The 90s.
For me, it was awesome because at that time, let me even find the year. I think it was like 01. It was like 01. I was working at a GameStop in my city, and I was like 16 years old. And so I'd go to I think I worked like 2 or 3 days a week because I was like I think I was a junior in high school. I think it was like my sophomore or like end of my sophomore year, going into my junior year. And after the store closed, when Halo was out, we would shut down. I'm trying to think when this was. I had to have been. So I had already been working there a little bit, but we closed the store down, and GameStop used to have TVs like they used to have TVs all over the place. Mm-hmm. And there was four TVs and once on one wall right here, and we hooked it up so that there was 4 Xboxes, and we would close the store, call the alarm company and say, hey, we're going to be doing the alarm later tonight. We'd all bring snacks, and we would just sit in the store after hours and play Halo until like 2:00 in the morning. It was just so much fun. And then like Halo 2 came out and Halo 3 came out, and those became like events. Like Halo was like the juggernaut for Xbox, and now it's like a popcorn fart. So that makes me sad. I really wish they could find someone to take Halo to the levels it once was.
Right?
Here's the thing: is I don't know if Halo will ever get to where it was, and I don't think it's even Halo's fault. I just think that it's a great game, but what can you really do to? And I hate to use this word, but evolve it, because it was combat evolved. Get it?
Yeah.
But Halo was, it changed the landscape of first person shooters, forever. But what could it do now to even come back to a place where it would be in the forefront? I mean, Call of Duty doesn't have to change much because it's a military shooter. Now there's so many shooters now. I don't know what Halo could really do. Like, more, here's an honest question: if they announced a new Halo and you're like, oh, that looks like it did look really good, would you be more excited for Halo or for the new Gears of War?
Probably Gears of War.
Exactly. Me too. And I think that it's because
unless you can somehow, some way try to get Doom incorporated with Halo.
I was just gonna say, what if they replace Master Chief with Doom? No, what if you have to play as both Master Chief and then also Doomslayer? You know what the problem?
Doom, so I might go about it.
You know what the problem would be?
What?
Everyone would fight over who has to be Doomslayer.
I know. if you do that, I'm sorry, Master Chief. I'm taking Doomslayer all day.
Sorry, John. Doomslayer.
Sorry, not sorry. Go with Doomslayer.
I love you. You just dropped a sorry, not sorry in here. God, you're like a 16-year-old girl. Just so you know, I'm still pissed off from last week.
I kind of felt that.
Oh God.
So
I had friends watching that, and like they were dying. They were straight up crying when during the part. I'm not gonna bring it up now. Go if you haven't watched it. You're like, it was just. I think the best thing is if you listen to it, you can almost tell like your exact head move or head placement, and everything. You just cocked your head, and you're like, you sure? And everyone I knew was straight up dying laughing. Oh my God. But I appreciate them watching the show. If you haven't seen it, go back, watch the entire show. You'll know exactly what part it is. It's absolutely hilarious. One of my favorite parts of any episode we have ever done. I completely set myself up for it.
You did.
Yeah. But, oh God.
I see an opportunity.
Best part was like because it was you were singing. I kept saying something. You kept like putting it in the same Taylor Swift song. Oh, I kept saying trouble or something. I don't know if it's
me. Hi.
Something.
I'm the problem. It's me.
That was it. Yeah, that was it. And then you hit me with that. I'm like, those are not the same.
Just one extreme to another.
Oh yeah, I called you a Swiftie, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to get them back, but it's going to be awful.
Yeah. I brought an RP. I brought a rocket launcher to a knife fight.
I almost got canceled. Cancel culture came for me. And you know what wasn't in the 90s, Dean? Cancel culture.
So speaking of, next week we're doing the top 5 Xbox 360, right?
Next week we are going to be doing the top 5 Xbox 360 games of all time.
We're having a double top 5.
Oh no! Oh, this is new to me.
I want you to tell me the top 5 things you love about the 90s.
Oh God!
Your top 5 favorite things from the 90s.
Can we
5 things. Top 5.
Can we do a 10?
Only 5.
Oh my God! Is there an honorable mention?
Yeah, you get an honorable mention.
Whew. Whew.
It don't even have to be video game related.
It's gonna be. I mean, video games are gonna be there. Spoiler alert. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
It could be like a store, a movie.
R.I.P. Paulie.
Yeah. Oh
God, store movie. Okay, so it can't be like I can't be like the movie or the movies from the night. It's got to be like a specific movie.
Yeah.
See, that's rough. I mean, 5. You only get 5. I have to pick 5 of my favorite things from the 90s.
Yeah.
Specifically, and you're going from like 1990 when I was 5.
The 99.
Oh my god! It's like, do you pick TMNT video game or movie, or do you go with like American Pie, or do you go with like Pokemon, or do you go with like any other of the billion?
No, when I'm saying specific things, I don't want to. You can say Pokemon as a collective, and that's fine.
No, if I'm going 90s, we're going 90s all the way. I'm going Pokemon, red, blue, and yellow.
It could be like a favorite soft drink that's no longer around, a snack. Remember those little bags of pizza chips? They're like they're pizza flavored chips.
Oh yeah.
Those things slapped.
What was that drink that everyone wanted to drink because they thought it was like gasoline? Surge. It's like it was like just mildly more caffeinated than Coke.
Yeah. Or Jasta. That's what Jasta Cola.
Oh man,
tastes like damn syrup.
Let's call it gasoline. That would sell it. We make an energy drink called like gasoline, and it tastes like piss and gasoline. People would be like, "Oh, this is amazing!" Like I could stay awake like all day. It's like the ingredients are like water and like flour, like nothing.
At some point, someone came out with an energy drink called cocaine, and it got banned after a few months. But I remember seeing it at like speedways and stuff. Like it was about the size of a Red Bull can. It was white. It was just like cocaine. I was like.
I didn't know that it came in liquid form.
Interesting.
And
I'm
also 13, so oh my god. Well, this has been another fun episode. This is why we do it, because it's fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thanks to everyone who watched. Next week, like Dean said, we have all new news, games, rumors.
Yeah, hopefully we got some new drops.
Hopefully we got some new stuff. You know what? It's going to be a little dry right now, so we'll probably be talking about NC Dubs a little bit more. Hopefully they drop another trailer or something. When we get into August will be much bigger because not only will we be we'll be playing Marvel Rivals for that last week of July and into August, but also Gamescom comes up in August, so we're getting a whole bunch of new gaming news hopefully there. But good episode. So top five next week. Top 5 Xbox 360 games and top 5 things, specific things that were our favorite from the 90s. Woo! That's a good episode.
Yeah.
I'm Joey Schneider.
I'm Dean Samples.
And this is the Press Start Pod. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Peace.